he will be sued. And I say will be because nothing has been filed yet, by at least 120 people in the next 30 days.
In her civil lawsuit, Cassie said that she was the victim of abuse, assault, and at the hands of Diddy.
Imagine working in the shadows of one of the nation's most notorious prisons, a place where whispers linger in the halls and secrets hide behind every locked door. Now picture what unfolds when one of the world's biggest music moguls, Diddy, a man who once ruled the entertainment industry with unmatched flair, is suddenly thrown into this grim world. It sounds like the plot of a Hollywood thriller, doesn't it? But this isn't fiction. According to anonymous accounts from inside the Metropolitan Detention Center, it's real life. And these stories? They're as wild and enigmatic as the man himself.
So Diddy, if you're just joining us here, was just arrested and taken into federal custody in New York tonight. Sources tell TMZ Homeland Security swooped into a Midtown hotel late Monday where Diddy was staying, and they arrested him.
This tale becomes even more intriguing when you consider how it began. Diddy's arrest wasn't just a shock to the public. It sent ripples through the prison system itself. Why? Because this wasn't your typical celebrity scandal. This was darker, heavier. His charges were grave, and the courtroom drama surrounding him made headlines for months. Denied bail 3 times, it quickly became clear this wasn't ending with house arrest in some Miami mansion. Instead, Diddy found himself in Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, a facility infamous for its harsh conditions and eerie reputation. But unlike most inmates who crumble under such pressure, Diddy reportedly walked in like he owned the place.
Incredible. And, it brings into context our whole system of innocent to proven guilty. Why is he not being given bond? And, we can debate that all day long. Of all people that's unlikely to flee or get away, well, he's got the resources to flee, but he's so recognizable. And isn't he innocent till proven guilty? Well, yeah, but, we have to recognize there are degrees of innocent till proven guilty.
And that's when things took a bizarre turn. A former prison guard, now speaking out under anonymity, has shared chilling details about life with Diddy behind bars. From the moment he arrived, it was clear Diddy wasn't just another inmate. He was treated differently, almost like royalty. Rumors swirled among the staff. Why was he here? Why hadn't he been transferred to a federal facility like other high-profile figures? The warden issued strict orders. No questions, no deviations from protocol. But secrets in prisons rarely stay buried. From gourmet meals to designer items appearing in his cell, it was clear Diddy's incarceration was anything but ordinary. Intro 4. Then came the glitches. According to the guard, security cameras near Diddy's block would flicker and distort at the same times every night. 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. footage would warp, freeze, or go dark before returning to normal. When the guard raised concerns, the tech team dismissed it as outdated equipment. But the pattern was too consistent to ignore. During these blackouts, faint whispers filled the air, laughter, fragments of words. Yet every check of the cells showed nothing unusual. Diddy, for his part, seemed amused, as if he knew more than he let on.
Closed doors.
That with all the money he has and all the resources he has, they couldn't craft some solution that lets him be under some form of house arrest. And again, it sounds like special treatment, but the truth of the matter is, to incarcerate somebody like him is expensive to all of us. We're taxpayers, and he's got to have unique situations. You can't put him in general population where, everyone wants a piece of him and everyone wants to be his friend and everyone.
The mystery deepened during one of Diddy's recreational hours. The guard, driven by curiosity, searched his cell. Beneath the mattress, they found a paper covered in strange symbols and a note that read, "Watchers, silence, loyalty." Behind a loose brick, they discovered more. A crude drawing of an eye surrounded by flames and a list of names, some matching Diddy's late-night visitors. That was the breaking point. The guard resigned, terrified. But even after leaving, they felt they were being watched. Anonymous calls, strange cars outside their home. Risking everything, they decided to share their story, hoping to expose whatever is happening behind the walls of the Metropolitan Detention Center.
Hey, real quickly, all that commissary stuff, he's not getting any of that because people in the SHU have an abbreviated list. So he's out of luck. No stake for him. Yeah, he is on watch. This guy thought he would have went home. All of a sudden, he didn't get bond. Remember, the first night that he was there.
So what exactly is going on here? Why is a man like Diddy receiving such extraordinary treatment? And what did the guard uncover that made them fear for their life? As the pieces of this puzzle begin to fit together, one thing becomes clear. This story is far from over. Could Diddy's influence stretch far beyond the music industry, or is something far more sinister at play? To understand the mountain Diddy is trying to climb, we need to step back. The charges against him are nothing short of explosive allegations spanning years that have left even his most loyal fans shocked. While Diddy has pleaded not guilty, the details that have emerged paint a troubling picture of a man deeply entangled in a web of control, manipulation, and power plays. This isn't just a case of courtroom drama. Diddy isn't just fighting for his freedom, he's fighting for his legacy.
At the courthouse in Lower Manhattan, the judge ordering the prosecution to turn over its findings from a jail cell raid, Diddy's jail cell, just yesterday. What were the contents of those raids?
Well, apparently, according to the defense, they're legal documents. The government saying no, on the contrary, they're just some handwritten notes and a calendar.
Diddy may have thought settling Cassie Ventura's explosive lawsuit in November 2023 would calm the storm, but he couldn't have been more wrong. Just days after the case, settled quietly within 24 hours, 2 more women came forward with their own allegations. Their claims, spanning decades, were filed under New York's Adult Survivors Act, a law that briefly lifted the statute of limitations for older cases of abuse. While Diddy's legal team continues to deny the allegations, dismissing them as baseless attempts to exploit his fame, the sheer volume of accusations is hard to ignore. The court of public opinion has already begun to weigh in, and for many, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Diddy's mom has finally spoken out amidst everything that is happening right now. Janice Small Combs provided a statement to some outlets via her attorney. So she starts off by saying it's very heartbreaking to see her son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies.
Let's talk about Diddy's legal strategy, because this is where things take an interesting turn. His team isn't just playing defense. They're going on the offensive. From motions to dismiss cases outright to scrutinizing the accusers' backgrounds for inconsistencies, Diddy's lawyers are leaving no stone unturned. This strategy is risky. A misstep could backfire, alienating the jury and tarnishing his image even further. But for a man whose empire is built on power and influence, this aggressive approach might be his only chance to protect what's left of his reputation.
Just to tell the truth, so hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see that.
What's even more unsettling are the whispers surrounding key witnesses. Some who were once vocal about Diddy's alleged behavior have seemingly disappeared from public view. While there's no direct evidence of foul play, the timing is undeniably suspicious. Reports of private investigators digging into accusers' lives only add to the intrigue. Critics argue that this tactic, while legal, crosses an ethical line, especially in sensitive cases like this. But for Diddy, who's battling for both his freedom and his legacy, an aggressive defense might feel like his only option. Intro 10. Even with all these bold moves, cracks are beginning to show. Legal experts note that Diddy's team is walking a fine line, pushed too hard, and they risk losing the jury and the public. Balancing an aggressive defense with public perception is no small feat, especially in a case as emotionally charged as this one. And then there's the man himself. Diddy's lawyers portray him as focused and ready to fight, but his recent court appearances paint a different picture. Thinner, older, and more subdued, The once dominant mogul now seems like a shadow of his former self.
No, I'm not surprised by the ruling because, as she cited in her order, there are very serious allegations about the danger that he potentially poses to other witnesses and the public at large. There are allegations that he has, been violent with others. He's also attempted to allegedly intimidate other witnesses and still contact witnesses while incarcerated.
Inside the Metropolitan Detention Center, life isn't as glamorous as the rumors suggest. Special treatment or not, prison life is still a far cry from the luxury Diddy once enjoyed. Insiders claim he's trying to maintain his mental and physical health, but reports of paranoia are hard to ignore. Some say he's convinced someone in his inner circle betrayed him, and this suspicion is shaping his legal strategy. If it works, it could help him regain control. If it backfires, it could fuel the flames of public doubt.
Argue that this tactic, though legal, crosses an ethical line, especially when it comes to cases involving such sensitive allegations. But for Diddy, who's fighting not just for his freedom, but also for his legacy, this aggressive approach might be his only shot.
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes.
Yes.
The shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of.
And
what's next for Diddy? His trial is set to begin in May 2025, and a conviction could mean decades behind bars. But even if he avoids prison time, the damage to his reputation might be irreversible. This isn't just about legal consequences, it's about legacy. For a man who built his empire on being untouchable, the possibility of losing it all is devastating. But the million-dollar question remains, is Diddy the mastermind behind this chaos, or is he a victim of forces beyond his control? Could his downfall be the result of his own actions? Or is he being targeted by those who see him as an easy scapegoat? As this saga unfolds, one thing is certain. The story of Diddy is a cautionary tale for anyone who believes they're too powerful to fall.